authentic Chinese hot pot experience.
These are on a different level. My lips are already so...
A noodle bite, the garlic. That's how it's supposed to be. Good evening and welcome back to Beijing, you guys. Tonight we're going on a dinner food tour with Untour Food Tours. So we're meeting back up with Garth and we're going to be eating our way through Beijing.
What's happening, man?
Good to see you. So we're back for round two in the same neighborhood where we had the breakfast tour. So the story goes that as the Mongols were outside of Beijing getting ready to invade, the Beijing army was riding out to meet them. Kublai Khan was getting all of his armor put on when suddenly he said he was hungry. And of course all of his chefs are like, how the hell are we going to feed this guy in the 8 minutes it takes the Beijing army to reach us, you know? So what they did is they got really thin strips of mutton and they dipped them in boiling water and flash boiled them and fed them to him one by one. And to celebrate successfully invading Beijing. So they say the whole army ate that night in celebration. That's what we're going to try at our first stop. Depending on your point of view, it's either Mongolian hot pot or Beijing hot pot, and it's right around the corner.
Okay.
Oh, beautiful, you guys. You can see inside there's hot coals that are keeping the water hot.
Now this is a hot pot I can get down with. Look how old school this is.
So most hot pot around China has the flavor coming from the broth.
Okay.
But Beijing hot pot only has some water in it. And you put in some seaweed, ginger, Chinese dates, and some leeks.
So this is the hot pot sauce. So this is what gives the hot pot most of its flavor. So we have, it's called 2-8 sauce. So it's 2 parts peanut and 8 parts ground up sesame.
And then these dots on top, the pink dot is fermented tofu, which gives it an umami flavor. And the green dot is fermented Chinese chives, which gives it a garlicky flavor.
That sounds so good.
So
peanut and sesame.
Yeah.
Peanut and sesame together, but really roasted sesame, so it's got a really nutty flavor.
That. So we just added in some fresh cilantro and onions. Cilantro is probably one of my favorite things ever. I'm gonna love this.
This is tofu skin, and we're going to put it into the pot now to cook. And some shiitake mushrooms, we'll put those in too.
So is it rare to find hot pots in this type of style, or is this pretty normal around here?
This is Beijing style hot pot. So yeah, a lot of restaurants have this style in Beijing. You don't see it outside Beijing very often though.
Authentic Chinese hot pot experience. I love this so much. Tommy and I have only done hot pot maybe once or 2 other times. We're not very good at it. Nobody's ever explained it to us, so
It never turns out well.
So we're really excited to be having this experience to learn for the future. Wow.
We ain't messing around.
These are only 3%, so I believe in you. You can do it.
Back together again.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys. Cheers. Thanks for coming back.
Thanks for having us.
Here we go.
So while we wait for the mushrooms and the tofu to cook, I'll show you what to do with this. This is really thinly sliced mutton.
Okay.
So sheep meat, and we'll just take one piece off the outside like this. It's going to cook in about 8 seconds.
Okay, wow. Quick.
So make sure you've just got one piece. Dip it in.
Okay.
And you can wave it back and forth. The last place to cook is going to be underneath your chopsticks. See how there's a line there? So you just adjust your chopsticks. Dip it back in for 1 more second.
Okay.
When it looks cooked, it is cooked.
Okay.
So that's already ready for you. I'll put that on your plate. Everything that goes into the hot pot goes into your dipping sauce before you eat it.
Okay. Okay. Good to know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, I lost it.
You lost it already.
Oh god, I saved it real quick. Just get one more little dip. I like my meat for surely extra a little bit cooked. Ooh. Okay, and this is mutton. I don't know if we said or if the camera caught it, but it's mutton is from a sheep. Lamb. A sheep does the same thing.
2-year-old. What a lamb grows into one day.
An exact 2-year-old, 3-day-old sheep. I'm just kidding. Okay, are we done right in here?
Straight in there.
Straight into it. Is that too much?
No, you can go as much as you like.
Oh yeah.
How's that sauce?
Oh my gosh. The meat is so tender and the sauce is so creamy. I love the toasted sesame flavor. That is delicious. I want to, and I also got like a little piece of that seaweed on my sheet, on my little sheet. That was good. So for this Chinese hot pot, the way the coals, like the way you control the temperature is with this lever here. At the back, I'm not going to touch it because it's too hot. When you open it up, it allows more air in and it lets the hot pot get hotter. Whenever you close it up, it puts less air and then the temperature goes lower.
Here comes our dumpling.
I have my chili vinegar concoction, which we now know is the sauce to have with your dumplings. And these are egg and Chinese chive dumplings. The northern Chinese dumplings have the thicker skin and the southern dumplings have the thin skin. And Beijing dumplings are the perfect mix in the middle. I need to pace myself. I could eat that entire plate of those dumplings. I love the Chinese chives with the spicy chili oil. That is so good.
I did not expect like those as much as the other ones we've had, like the pork or the beef, but those are amazing.
It's called baijiu. So bai means white or clear, and jiu means alcohol. So it's just called clear alcohol. It's one of the most consumed alcohols in the world. You know, in China, there's no word for cheers. There's only ganbei, and gan means dry, and bei means glass. So if you say dry your glass, you have to dry your glass.
Ganbei.
It's definitely a shooter rather than a sipper.
It's a shooter. It's a shooter.
The local one from Beijing is called arguotou, which means it's been distilled twice. The local version of baijiu is called arguotou. And this one, Red Star arguotou, is one of the most famous ones.
This was such a fun stop. It was such a great way to kick off a food tour. Authentic Chinese hot pot, dumplings, spear, This is very strong, but it's actually really good. A little bit sweet.
Thank you. Bye-bye, thank you.
Wow, what a super fun first stop and so delicious. Hot pot is growing on me. I didn't think it would be that much fun. Starting out with some beers, and that shot we took was so delicious too. And we're just starting. We have like 7 other stops, he said.
Yes, yeah. Okay.
So there's a lot of overlap between Chinese Islamic cuisine and Beijing cuisine. And one thing that you see as you go along the Silk Road is a particular kind of noodles that pops up all the way from East Asia to Europe. And it's the noodles we're going to try at the next stop.
We're here at our second stop, and we're here to try a specific noodle, a hand-pulled noodle. So here in China, the noodles are called la mian, la meaning pulled, and mian is noodle. So la mian is pulled noodles, and they're still hand pulled here in China, which is really, really cool.
Ganbei fried noodles.
Wow.
They've been fried with some tomatoes, some cabbage, some green peppers, and onions and tomatoes. So these ones, because they're a little bit long, so I'm actually going to have to stand up to put them into people's bowls.
I'm just glad you're doing it and we don't have to.
Yeah.
Look how long those are.
I don't know if I've ever seen noodles so long before. Noodles are perfectly cooked. Unbelievable, really. Those are so delicious. Great flavor, a tiny bit of spice. You want me to add more chili to this?
Just a little bit, yeah, it'll change the flavor.
You are wild. My lips are already burning.
Oh, did they spice already?
Oh, it has a little spice.
The texture of those noodles.
So spectacular.
They have such a great chew. Tommy, there's no spice, man.
There's not any spice?
No.
My lips are burning.
Not spicy. There's spice, but they're not spicy.
It's not hot at all.
No.
So is there no spice in here at all?
Shouldn't be any.
That's weird.
You know what though? These green peppers are called jianjiao, and 1 in 10 of them are a bit spicy.
Really?
Yeah, so 9 of them will have no heat at all, and then the 10th one will be really spicy. So maybe these are the 10th one.
Maybe you gotta.
Or maybe it's just the citrus. I don't know what it is. But
Yeah. Well, you did say earlier your lips were sunburned.
Oh yeah,
I know, but that doesn't mean.
we got a spicy ginger.
I'm not crazy.
We got the rare 1 in 10 spiced pepper. A noodle bite. That's how it's supposed to be. Wow. The raw garlic it hits you so punchy. I wanted to say pungent, but I'm like that's not quite it.
Is it super strong or no? Mm-hmm. It is.
It's so strong. So you get like the noodles, which have almost like a sweet tomatoey stuff with the spicy chili, but this is just that like fresh, punchy flavor. A little bit of spice right on the tongue. Ooh, that's a good bite.
How do you find a place like this?
All of us that do these tours live in this area, so they're our local restaurants that we go to. They're the ones that we go to when we eat. They're the ones that we take our families to when our families visit. So, yeah.
This is a place I would come to. I'd be like, let's go get the noodles. Like, let's go get the noodles and the garlic.
Like I'm craving it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like a fully vegetarian dish too.
Yeah, this one's vegetarian.
I love a good vegetarian option as well. And this I could eat for dinner multiple times a week. Garlic is part of my mouth.
And those green peppers. Woo!
It's so good.
Thank you, sister. So good, amazing.
And just like that, it's dark outside.
Yeah. Didn't take long.
Nope.
So we're back
just
for
right
more
Yogurt.
Manchurian Beijing honey-flavored yogurt.
It's so refreshing. It's so tart. Garth said it's a good digestive between our meals. So we tried this one on our breakfast tour and so many other amazing dishes. So if you haven't seen that video, definitely go watch it. We'll leave a link right here.
Beautiful.
This guy has been working for about 10 years to elevate the kind of sticky rice wine that people make in their houses into something that can be sold internationally.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have a flight here of 6 Namisiu. Sticky rice wine.
Number 1 is just rice and water. So this is a 180-day low temperature fermentation, so it brings a lot of flavor into it. And at the end it's going to have a summer fruit flavor, so it's going to be a bit of an apple and a pear flavor. So you should get a bitter flavor, a sour flavor, and then that summer fruit at the end.
Yeah.
Jay, you really know these like really well, because that is exactly everything I tasted as he was saying it. Like if you were just gonna come here and have one, would you order like?
So you buy it by the bottle. Some of them are by the jug.
And then you
usually,
split it.
yeah, you buy your own bottles. So if you look up there on the wall, they've got all of their bottles. So you're gonna get quite bitter.
Cheers, you guys.
How much fun was that? Oh, so fun trying all those different wines. They were so delicious.
We had a third trade route in China, ran down the coast, and it was a donkey cart trade route. And that went on for centuries until the 1800s, when they built the first north-south railway line. And at that time, all the goods that used to go onto the donkey carts were being loaded onto the railway. So you had all these ancient donkey logistics companies that had lots of donkeys and no work.
Okay.
So they solved that problem by switching from being donkey logistics companies to donkey restaurants. That's where we are now. Everything on the menu is donkey. All parts of the donkey are served. What we are trying is colloquially called donkey burger. What it's going to be is this really flaky pastry on the outside. Then they've got stewed chopped donkey meat. So it's stewed for about 8 hours in 13 different spices. It's going to be cool on the inside, really fresh, hot, flaky pastry on the outside, and the same green peppers that we tried at the noodle stop. That could be spicy or could be not spicy.
So you guys know I love trying unique foods. We've never tried donkey before. I'm excited. Super salty, very tender, This meat's delicious. I love how the bread is so thin and crispy though and layered. Really brings out the meat flavor.
This is really great. I love this.
I'm surprised you like the donkey. I thought maybe it wasn't going to be for you.
Quit saying donkey.
Well, that's what it is. Is donkey meat called a certain type of meat?
No, it's just called donkey.
It's called donkey, see? I'm not saying anything wrong.
This tastes like beef. Look how crispy that is. Looks amazing.
You a donkey fan?
Yes. Wow. That is so good.
So in China, there's a saying that in heaven there is dragon meat, and on earth there is donkey meat, and that's because they say that donkey meat is leaner, sweeter, and more tender than beef. So it's kind of a very beefy flavor, right? But you're never going to get like a stringy piece of donkey. You're never going to be really chewing through it because it is that lean, sweet, and tender kind of meat.
So good.
Yeah, it really is good. I'm actually very surprised because it does just taste like really good beef. You don't get like a gamey flavor at all.
Not at all.
That's surprising to me. I like it.
So I did not expect to try donkey on this food tour, and I can't believe how delicious and lean it is. Oh, so good. I don't know why they're not serving it in more places.
What's your name?
Dong Rui.
Dong Rui. Nice to meet you, brother.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. Have a good night. If you watched our breakfast food tour, we had 3 types of beans. This is going to be a 4th type, I guess, because it's different from the other 3 that we had. She's taking a mixture of millet flour and mung bean flour, and what she's doing is she's cracking an egg on top, scrambling it, and then letting it cook. She sprinkles black sesame seeds on top. Then she flips it over. She puts like a paste of flour and water that's left to ferment, so a sweet flour paste, which gives it a really nice umami flavor. So next she put on some pickled daikon radish, some green onion, ooh, some cilantro, and then we have the big fried crispy wonton cracker and some lettuce, and then she just folds it up really nice for us.
Smells so good.
It really smells amazing.
Yum. Cooked to perfection.
And Garth was telling us that it's too hot to hold, but it's not too hot to eat. So you want to make sure you take a bite right away because look at it steaming, and you want to eat it while it's hot, right? Wow, this is so good, so crunchy, so soft with the lettuce, the crunchy cracker in the middle. So we ate one very similar to this on our breakfast tour, and Tommy and I have been looking around near our hotel, but we haven't been able to find one.
What you look for is this round shield grill. That's the giveaway. Oh yeah.
So good.
Yeah, good job, good job. What's your name?
My name is Nana.
Lena. Nice to meet you. So good. Thank you. Very sweet.
Wow.
Here's your one.
Okay, let's give it a go.
Lena was so sweet. She's a pro. You could tell the way she's making them. She's like cooked it just to perfection. It's not burnt, but it's a little crispy on the outside. So not only is this great for breakfast, but this is good for a late night snack or just for a dinner too. I love the flavors in here. Another amazing dish. Wow.
So good, thank you. Gorgeous.
So we only have 1 stop left, and I cannot stop snacking on this. These are so amazing. They should be all over the world.
There's a sport in Beijing called cricket fighting, and I don't mean like with a cricket bat, I mean the insect crickets, right?
Okay.
So about this time every year, people go out to the fields and they dig up crickets, and the markets sell crickets, there are cricket auctions, and people start to raise crickets at home, and when they're big enough, people have cricket fights, where they get a couple of crickets. I kid you not, they have Tupperware stadiums. So the crickets have a little wrestle, one runs away, the one that runs away loses, lives out its life on a compost heap, and the one that wins goes on to the next round. And the guy who owns this place that we're going to is a cricket fighting aficionado. Over the years, more and more people have come to his house just for the chicken wings, even when there are no fights.
Look at all the chicken wings. Ooh, I love that.
That was a good little pop.
Cheers.
It's an amazing tour.
Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's such a great
amazing.
tour.
Thanks.
Can't say Ganbei because, whoa.
That would be rough.
Yeah.
So you're going to notice when you try these that you start to get a bit of a tingling, numb flavor in your mouth. It's actually not like capsaicin from chili works directly on your lips and your mouth to give you that hot, spicy flavor. The chemical that's in Sichuan peppercorns actually has to be absorbed a little bit, and it goes into your bloodstream and goes into your brain and it tells your brain that your lips and your mouth are numb and buzzing. So it's actually a little neurochemical.
This smells so good. So many spices. It looks like so char grilled and just delicious. I'm gonna start with one of the original. The Sichuan pepper has such a unique flavor. It really does give you like that numbness on your tongue. The spice is so good, and I love like the char grilled bits on it, and the glaze is like so sticky with a hint of sweetness. These are really good.
My lips are already so...
Are you listening out?
No, I'm gonna eat it. Holy smokes. He described it as like, it's like a battery's hooked up, vibrating your lips. It's just buzzing, That's so crazy. I wish you could see the way I feel right now.
Wait, look at your lips are so purple. Give us a little pucker.
Are they not moving up and down because they feel like they are?
No, but just give us a little... Look how you look at your lipstick.
Wow, that's crazy. These are on a different level. I cannot handle these at all. The lowest ones. I'm such a wuss.
Look at your lips and your cheeks are purple.
Woo! Garth to the rescue. Brought me some coconut milk. Just a little sip. Really tones down the battery that's electrocuting my lips right now.
Do some people have more of a reaction to the pepper than others?
Yeah, so like chili.
Some people are more of a wuss than others.
Some people have more receptors for both.
Oh.
So you might think that you can eat a lot of spice, but that might just mean you don't have as many receptors as someone who doesn't.
What level is this?
This is the least spicy of all the spicy ones.
Yeah.
So there's no chili. There's this tiny little sprinkling of chili, and then because they brush them with honey, they then dip them into chili flakes, either on one side or on both sides. So this is the junior version. Then there's like intermediate, and then there's what these guys are eating over here.
What do you usually have?
Yeah, work your way up.
The flavors are so good. I love that like little ring of fire. This is the lowest level. What in the world? And everybody I feel like that watches our videos knows I love spice. Apparently not that much.
Wow, such an amazing tour. We were just talking about, I think it's my favorite food tour we've ever done. Garth, our guide, was so amazing, so knowledgeable, passionate for the food, and the stops were so fantastic.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.
If you guys are ever in Beijing, make sure you guys book it with Untour Food Tours. Such a great experience. Thank you guys for watching. We love you guys. Good night.